Sat Shri Akal Saryanum. What I just said is a greeting in my mother tongue Punjabi. Today, I am going to present on a topic that's very close to my heart and is partially the reason why I am here today. I'm going to talk about universal acceptance from a first hand perspective and how it is shaping our digital futures. And before I start, I just want to thank with utmost humility the ICANN NextGen Fellowship program for giving me the opportunity to be here today. Hello, my name is Rohan Sachdeva, and this is my name and email in Punjabi script. It looks nice and fancy, doesn't it? The only problem is that I can't use it everywhere. And why? That's what we will talk about today. And as a disclaimer, I must say that I'm not in any capacity an expert on this topic, and I'm here to learn. However, what I do bring to the discussions is my personal journey and challenges that me and my friends have faced in India and across the world who want to access system in their own ways, but the systems don't support them. A little bit about myself. I grew up in a very small village in the northern state of Punjab in India, and right now I'm studying cybersecurity at Trobe University in Australia. I also work as a compliance officer at .au domain administration. And through past few years, I have had immense opportunities to participate in forums like ICANN and other programs where I've been able to bring my perspective into global discussions. So, what does universal acceptance mean to me? It is not about technical elegance. For me, it's about equal digital identity. In layman terms, I would say if you are allowed to use or if you can use non Latin Roman domain names and new domain extensions and internationalized email addresses. But important of all, we have systems in place that don't discriminate. And since we are in India, I want to talk a little bit about India's demographics. India is a country of 1.4 billion people, and 56% of people a percentage of people are connected with internet according to World Bank 2022 report. And according to 2011 census, only 10 to 15% of the population spoke English. I expect the figures are much higher now, but we see the gap. Not everybody speaks English, but a large proportion of the people are online. And obviously, there are so many official languages of India. One case study that is well noted is the Rajasthan New Email Project, which is a state in India, and that helped brought millions of Hindi speakers online in 2018. It all sounds very nice, but in reality, there's a different picture. Imagine you create a domain in your local script, you set up an email address, and you try to access services online, and the system says invalid input. Not because you are wrong, but the system was not built for you. A report by the Ministry of Electronics and IT in India showcased this gap with numbers. But the main gap is actually a lot of the services that a lot of Indian population use, be it internet banking, e-commerce, or travel booking. They are not UA compliant. So if you try to use domains that are other than English, you won't be able to get through. And there's another DNS abuse and phishing that lies behind the universal acceptance and IDNs, and that's of the homography phishing. What you see on the screen is a letter or the word Ishwar, and in Hindi script, it can be written in different ways. What that means, it can be used for phishing purposes, and it's an easy target to deceive people. And how is our discussion incomplete without discussing AI? So, what I did was I experimented myself. I went on to AI website tool builders, which are on huge rise right now. What I did was in 5 minutes, I prompted the AI builder to build a website for me. It looks fantastic, to be honest. But the main problem is when I try to access it and I fill the form in my own language. And what it says is a part followed by letter symbol at should not contain the symbol R in Punjabi script. And imagine if that's multiplied thousands of and millions of times, like a lot of people build websites using AI, and this will only exclude people more and more. And now looking forward to ICANN new GTLD program. What I call for is new TLDs should be usable, not just registered. And UA readiness should be across all the systems, be it government, e-commerce, banking, and also the AI website builder tools or another emerging technologies that we may see in maybe 2 to 3 years from now. Because language inclusion matters, and there are many, many people across the world who are still excluded. And lastly, I want to remind each one of us that what we do really matters. And I would like to quote one of my greatest mentor quote, Sri Sharad Vivek Sagar from a youth empowerment organization called Dexterity Global. The next world leader is in your classroom, whether it be in India, Iran, or Ukraine. If I were to leave you with one thing today, I want to remind you getting people online doesn't solve the problem because access alone doesn't guarantee participation. The internet has honestly changed my life, and I want to repeat it for millions and millions of people across the world. Thank you. I really appreciate your time coming here. And this is thank you in 22 official languages of India. Thank you. And I appreciate any questions.
Thank you so much, Rohan. Wonderful presentation and very relevant as well. If we have any questions in the room, I'll start with Sunchitsa. Before you was first.
Hi, I'm John Levine. This was a nice talk, and I've known AJ for a while. And I was impressed when he went and he put so much of his state online with email available to people. But I have bad news for you, which is all those problems you've enumerated, we've known about them for a decade. And I've been scratching my head, and many of us have been scratching our heads trying to figure out, okay, how do web browsers support email addresses, and the large mail systems support international addresses, except some of them don't. So if you use Gmail, it works, and if you use Yahoo, it doesn't. So perhaps we should talk about, are there strategies to actually get people to address these problems that we've known about for a painfully long time?
Yeah, I honestly truly agree. And yesterday we attended some sessions on universal acceptance when there was the Q&A with the board. I asked them this question about the same thing, ICANN strategy for the new GTLD program, and they highlighted the same thing. So I think now we need to go from discussion to actual work mode. And I mean, we are all here, so we need to work together. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohan. Sunchitsa, please.
Thank you, Rohan, for your presentation. It's been very insightful, and I find it very interesting how one can leverage universal acceptance to improve digital inclusion. You mentioned AI, and I was wondering, is there a way to tweak AI search engines such that they prioritize domain names in local languages rather than the other ones? So basically, if we have the same content written in a local language and local script and Latinum script, ideally we would want to prioritize a local one. So do you think there is a way for that in the future?
I think there's a lot of potential in AI, to be honest. Imagine the content that's in English at the moment on any website or domain, it can easily be translated in other languages. So that actually, I think, is improving access in a way. But the issue that I was highlighting was that the data maybe that the AI has been trained on is not UA compliant because I'm not an expert. But when I asked my AI website builder to build a website for me, I gave it just simple description or build a website for me, and it came up with this. But I did actually ask the AI to make it more UI compliant, and it was not able to do that. So I think there's a lot of work for do for the AI companies as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohan. I think we have time for one, maybe two questions. And if we have time at the end, we can always come back as well. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Rohan. Thank you for the presentation. Interested in how the different language scripts get used in other forms of delivery, if you like. So can I write a letter and put an address on a letter in any of those 22 languages? And if I was ordering something through e-commerce, let's say I wanted to get a pair of shoes delivered and I bought them online, do most delivery forms allow me to use different languages for my name and address? And the third part is you showed an AI web builder. Do the AI web builders allowed you to build websites in those local languages?
With the content, yes, I was able to build in different languages, but I think the backend is still mostly dominated by ASCII characters. Because for the example of email, I registered .bharat domain in Punjabi script, and I was trying to send it from my personal English email to my Punjabi email, and it was unsuccessful. I don't know how that worked in backend, but that did not work for me. But yeah, for content wise, AI did a great job, to be honest. Like, same content was translated in different scripts.
And if you're doing electronic commerce orders here in India, are there restrictions on what languages you can use in the address? Can you write your name in your local script and your street address in the local address?
Yes, in India, you can generally use your local script for e-commerce, where you get a parcel and you can have your name in your local script.
Great, thanks.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you. Lars, please go ahead.
Thank you. Lars Lima from NetNode in Sweden. While I wholeheartedly support what we were mentioning here, this is all good. Can we please shift from local language to preferred language? If I look up something here in India, I don't want it in a local language. I'm sorry. I don't speak any of the 22 languages you mentioned.
Mhm.
When I'm in Sweden, I actually, in many cases, don't want the Swedish version of something. I want the English version because that's how I work a lot. So the user must be able to state a preference for which language to have things expressed in. And that's the thing that is important, I believe. Thank you.
I think that's a really good call out. And honestly, for me as well, sometimes when I access Facebook, when I'm in India, it automatically comes in Punjabi script, but then I'm like, oh, I can speak English as well. And I actually prefer English to be on Facebook. So I would change that. Thank you.